I'm often intrigued at how sales professionals and entrepreneurs follow up with clients, how they don't follow up with clients, and the reluctance to follow up with clients. And recently I saw that one of our friends internationally wrote in and asked about this idea of follow-up. I've done a lot of videos about follow-up and talked about it a lot. And the message that was sent was about sometimes salespeople feel that by following up they're annoying someone, particularly when you're dealing with an upscale client and you're dealing with some very high-end products or services. Well, when you're in the sales profession and when you're offering products and services, we often run into this issue of the client not necessarily wanting to hear from a sales professional because of what's in their mind about that person and about that process, and the sales professional, him or herself, not feeling the need to follow up or not wanting to follow up because of, frankly, the fear of rejection, the fear that they're annoying someone, the fear that they're intruding in some way. And this is just one of the realities of selling products and services. People are reluctant on both sides, and that's because of what they think about the process of asking someone to look at a product or service, asking someone to make a decision, asking someone to commit money to something. In our society, this is something that's very uncomfortable on both sides. And I even hear people talking about, well, you don't want to be too salesy, and you don't want to, they'll have all sorts of negative connotation attached with the profession of selling. I don't agree with any of that. I think selling is not only an honorable profession, but it's a prestigious profession. It's one that does great things for the global economy. It's one where you are of great service to the client. And that's where I want to start in this whole idea of following up with clients and how to follow up with clients and reluctance to follow up with clients and all of that. The first issue here is you have to think of the process of being of service. You've got to think of it that way. And when you follow up with the clients, it's a balance between serving the client and understanding that you're also serving the needs of your business. You need a business that's productive. You need a business that can serve other people. You need a business that is profitable. You need if you have a business that isn't profitable, you can't serve anybody, including yourself. So this idea of not following up is the death of so many businesses. I'm dealing with a number of clients right now, and they just don't understand that when you have provided services and products to a client, that those are the people who are more likely to buy from you. They're more likely to repeat business with you. So not following up with them means that you are always at a level of high cost to acquire a client. The highest cost in is acquiring a client. It's a lower cost to follow up with that client. Now, if you feel that you're annoying the client, well, you've got the wrong mindset about what you're doing. And if they think you're annoying them, you've done a poor job of illustrating what you do. So being of service is the key. What is it that you can say to that client to make sure that you are of service? I used to be very fascinated at one of the car dealers that I dealt with, because every time I would get service, there would be a message on my voicemail to say, Mr. Taylor, thank you for coming in today. We appreciate your service. We appreciate you choosing us. And I just wanted to make sure that you arrived home all right. Everything was all right with your car. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Not because you'll need service, but because we always enjoy you coming into the dealership. That's the way you have to think of serving your clients. In that regard, you are of service to them. So following up means, I have not heard from you a while, and I just wanted to be sure that you are doing well, that the family is doing well, that the kids are doing well. Of course, we have some new things that I'd love for you to see. And at your leisure, give me a call, drop in. I want you to see these beautiful new designs that came in. You know, you're of service. That's the idea. Be of service. How are you feeling? You haven't seen you in the office for a while. We were able to solve that little ache or pain you had there. And, I'm always thinking about ways we might make you feel even better. We've got some new procedure that we've been looking at. We've got clients who we've had great success with some other things. Frankly, I just want to know how things are going for you. How are things going for you? Follow up, being of service. Now, the second thing that you always want to do when you're following up is you want the joy of serving the client to be apparent. You see, we run into difficulty when you're following up and it feels like it's one-sided. Now, for some clients, it's just going to feel that way. It's not always hugs and kisses. In other words, you can't change what's in their mind about you following up. Sometimes you can ask a simple question. I asked a client a simple question, and that question triggered all kinds of resentment. I said, tell me, if you didn't do X, Y, Z, what would be the reason? That triggered all kinds of resentment in a person, and they wanted to get off the phone. I can't stop that from happening. That's going to happen. Some clients, you would ask that question, and their responses would be to open up and be candid. Well, to be honest with you, we're looking at another provider. Or to be honest with you, that's not my main issue. Or, I've budgeted so much. Or, I don't want to get on another subscription plan right now. Or whatever it is. But if you do it with joy, it will be valuable to your client and it will be valuable to you. Because you won't bring resentment, resistance, negative energy to the process. So follow up with joy. And that means that you are enjoying your profession. You're enjoying your products and services. You're enjoying the fact that you're a client. You're enjoying that. Now, there's one more thing I want you to do when we think about follow-up. And I want you to always be sure that your follow-up is specific and relevant. Because we run into difficulty when we generalize and the person doesn't feel like the call is specific to them. If you look at the online marketers today, they do a really good job. You bought this product, which means you'll probably like this product. You bought this product, other people who bought this product also bought this product. Your browsing history suggests this, therefore you might want to see this. Well, we can do that in our conversations. We can do that on the phone, we can do that in email, we can do a better job of following up. Following up is part of the job, it's part of the profession, and it's part of the joy of serving clients. And it is your responsibility to let a client know when you have another solution for them, when you have something else that they might value, when you can be of greater service. That's your responsibility. And if you look at it that way, and you approach it that way, You won't feel like your follow-up is an intrusion. You'll feel like your follow-up is part of being a great professional, a serious professional, one who's committed to serving their clients. And that'll come across. Your commitment, your enthusiasm, your knowledge of your products and services, that will all be apparent. But don't rob yourself of the opportunity, of the revenue, in some cases of the commission, of not following up. Follow up is key, and use these 3 tips when you follow up. Be of service, communicate your joy, and be very specific and relevant when you do it. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you liked it. Share it with someone in your network. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.